There's few moments in your life where everything just clicked. There's a process that happened that made these very special, rare things that are beautiful, right? For BMW, they started this era which was very soulful. Form and fashion and functionality all came together in a cool way. It wasn't even the best from a functional standpoint or a performance standpoint, but it was this period of time where it just felt right? Like, just from your driving experience, you can actually feel it, like the car is alive. There was a point that stopped happening. Nowadays, there's a lot of electric nannies that help you do things or whatever. Cars and other things from that era were simpler. Simplicity and design, simplicity and creative process. The 1M was that connection back. BMW looking back into their heritage and saying, we're losing our soul. Like, what makes this thing special? And how do we get back to that? And we can't go all the way back because of restrictions and whatever regulations. But what can we do to really address that? And I think that was the 1M, and it happens when folks are like, hey, we got to get back to the essence of what makes us special. And you get these objects or these icons that over time have proven themselves. That car does that for me. My name is Adrian Miles, and I drive a BMW 1 Series M, better known as the 1M. It was made in only 2011. Grandpa was a mechanic in the police force in Philly. Back in the day, he used to work on Impalas. So me and my brother would go sneak into his garage and start to tinker, and he started to pull us in on everything. But he created a monster because little old radios in the house started to be dismantled. My brother actually became the mechanic, and I was just the guy who liked to drive cars. And then the next big wave, which got me into BMW, was my teacher and my counselor both drove. One was an E30 and one was an E21, I think it is. They used to let us sit in them, but they're just cool, well-made cars. It was sporty, it was fashionable. I was like, I think that's where I am. And it stuck with me. How I got it is a great story, and if my wife was here, she would probably be ready to throw an egg or something at the back of my head, but it's a true story. When I walked into the showroom, there was a 1M sitting there. The emotion that came out of me was, oh my God, what is that? I fell in love with the car. This was when I was on the West Coast. Fast forward in the dealership in Jersey, and long story short, I was able to get it. Good part of the story is like, hey, if I drive this car home and we don't give 10 thumbs up, I will bring it back. Start driving right away. Thumbs up. I can feel the heat from her stare on the side of my head. To this day, I still tease her about it. All the sensories are pleased with that car. There's nothing about it that I would change from a performance standpoint. You can drive it hard, you can be a hooligan in it, and it sticks. It won't let go of the ground. Or you could just make it act like an old school E30 M3 and let it just flow. From an aesthetic standpoint, there's a few touches. Carbon fiber hood, which I thought it should be on there. Put a spoiler on it, some other little touches. Stickers, as some people say, but I wanted to pay homage to the 2002 Turbo. But sometimes someone gets it right, like perfect, and you don't change anything. For me, generally, I like to put my touch on it. I just wanted to express how important this car was to this brand. Essentially, working off of that already amazing canvas, and I just tried to make it my own. But I love to drive them. I love to push them. I love to drive my kids to school in them. I take it on little road trips wherever I'm going, so I drive them. They're living icons, and that living part is the most important part to me. It could be an icon sitting in a room somewhere, and listen, it's your car. You can do whatever you want with it. If it's more of art for you and you want it to be preserved, then by all means do that. But for me, drive tastefully actually means getting out and driving. If it's not being used in the way it was supposed to be, it wouldn't be the way I would handle it. I'm from the East Coast, so we don't have mountains and palm trees, and it's almost like meditation for me. I get together with small groups of folks, we go drive and we get away. Nothing crazy, just clear our heads. It's a means of socializing and connecting with folks, right? So I think it's true. Like you rolling down the street, you see another E30 M3 or 1M, and there's like this instant connection that you have with folks. Like there's a bond here. There's something special. I've gone to numerous cars and coffees. It feels familiar. It feels comfortable. It feels like inviting. For me, my style, what I love from a cultural standpoint, from a functional standpoint, is perfect. Size, agility, power. It's rare when all those things come together. Everyone's different, right? You may not find BMWs beautiful. Maybe they like Ferraris or Fiats. These things that come around once or twice in your life, whatever it may be, it's rare. You can bring any type of car from any era, whether it's a $3 million car, supercar, whatever it may be, but that wouldn't fit me, right? This fits me. That's how special it is to me. I wouldn't trade it for anything.